Mass extinction events. This will be good population control. Ah, yes. Year 3 of Twoclan. Yeah, let's just start off in StarClan. Honeychase was the first to die this year. He died on the very first moon from a claw wound. He lived to be 28 moons old. It never said what kind of claw wound, whether from an animal or a cat, but I think it was a cat. His clanmates don't know what killed Honeychase, but I headcanon that Honeytrail has something to do with it. Honeytrail was mad that Honeychase ran from the rogues that killed her former mentor Lionecatcher, and with Lionecatcher's spirit wanting to warn Honeychase right before his death, and being disappointed in Honeytrail right after, I think it's likely that Honeytrail's vengeful personality got the best of her, and that she killed Honeychase. The next 4 cats all died during a badger attack on camp. I'll be going over them in order of how much I care about them dying. So Cobweb is first. He was 60 moons old when he died, and he never did anything interesting until then. Honeytrail was hostile towards him too because he was also on Lionecatcher's patrol, so him dying was very convenient for her. Next up is Junko Fuzz. I actually really like Junko Fuzz. At the beginning of this year he was still getting dreams from StarClan, so I think he has foreseen this event. He was such a promising young cat and a great medicine cat. It is unfortunate that he had to leave Frontclaw all alone. He was 31 moons old when he died, but now he is the head of prophecies and omens in StarClan. Jerv Speckle also died at 94 moons old. She announced that she was expecting kids the same moon of the badger attack. I got really excited when I read that message, and then so sad when it stated that she died immediately after. She enjoys exploring StarClan and other parts of the world, but she also takes a lot of time to watch over the mate and kids she had to leave behind. Yellowpaw was the 4th cat that died in the badger attack. Yellowpaw was a bold Tom and died at 9 moons old. I like to think he died protecting his less experienced brother, Gulpaw, from the badgers. He never made any strong connections outside of his family, and he had a difficult relationship with his mentor, Spotstripe. But he is making connections with the other StarClan cats and enjoys listening to their stories. Yellowpaw hates being dead and wishes he could have gotten his warrior name and made stories of his own. The last cat that died this year was Honeytrail at 38 moons old. Leapstar's patrol got caught in a flooded river, and Honeytrail failed to make it out. Honeytrail was a fierce and a young warrior, so I find it hard to believe she didn't have the strength. With her recent hostile behavior, the suspicious death of Honeychase, and Cobweb conveniently dying in the badger attack, maybe Lionecatcher made sure Honeytrail could not hurt the clan anymore. I do think she's in StarClan still, because Lionecatcher would be the only one who knows about these events, and she would not deny Honeytrail access to StarClan. Also, her tail was scarred in a fox attack. So StarClan has had a bunch of new additions and an interesting narrative, but the living Twoclan cats have also been up to some things. Not Leapstar though. She's still alive and 124 moons old. She still has 9 lives remaining, though at this point I'll make up my own count. I say she has lost 2 lives in a rogue ambush in year 2, and 1 during the badger attack this year. She's finding the burden of leadership more and more difficult to bear, especially after the shock of her entire patrol almost drowning in the flooded river. If she wasn't a leader, she would have probably retired by now. Jalapai is still the deputy of Twoclan and is now 88 moons old. This year was quite startling to him, with the clan losing so many cats. Life in the wild is more dangerous than he thought, even with an entire clan looking out for each other. He loves and cares for every one of his clanmates, and every loss hurts. He doesn't regret joining the clan, but he wishes he had a way to protect his clanmates from further harm. Frontclaw is now 124 moons old. After Junkovas died, she went to bed every night hoping to see him in a dream. Unfortunately, Junkovas was always the more spiritual one. She still mourns his passing, but has found a way to move on and look to the future. Since she lost her patrol body, she spent the last few moons patrolling with her son Frost Daisy and her friend Coyote Stone. With her being the only medicine cat and already being of elder age, it became clear a new medicine cat would have to be appointed. Because there are no apprentices in the clan right now, Lavender Belly was asked to take the position. Lavender Belly is now 28 moons old. She had expressed interest in herbs when she was a kid and apprentice, but she was happy to become a warrior. Now that the clan is in need of an extra medicine cat, she stepped up to the task. Maybe if another cat can take the position soon, she will switch back to being a warrior again. This entire year nothing happens between her and Rice. I tried patrolling them together, but the game just doesn't want to make them mates, and I refuse to do it myself. They both love each other, but have yet to express it. Maiko is now the eldest warrior in the clan. She did not do a lot this past year. The former barn cat is now 119 moons old and is looking forward to becoming an elder and joining Little Claw. Hopefully by the time she retires, there are a few kids in the clan for them to entertain. Coyote Stone is now 88 moons old and had a really bad year. She lost her mate, her son, her potential future kids, and a very close friend this year. She will never be able to shake off the loss of Chirp Speckle and Yellowpaw, and she was also really close with Honeytrail, whose death is still fresh on her mind. After losing Chirp Speckle and Yellowpaw, Coyote Stone went on herb gathering patrols with Frontclaw and kept asking the medicine cat about Starclan and how it works. She actually also did so in year 1, but it seems that only now she was ready to accept the answer. She still has one son remaining and would likely lose her mind if she lost him too. Dova was invited to the clan by Leapstar. The clan had already suffered great losses at this point in the year, so Leapstar was looking to strengthen the clan. Dova is 73 moons old and bold. She is a smart warrior, which is a skill the clan really lacked. She is a noble cat and will hopefully be a great warrior. Skip is now 64 moons old, and, well, he didn't do anything this year. This is Skip. He's a quiet boy. Spotstripe had to deal with 2 great losses this year, his brother Honeychase and the majority of his tail. He wonders who killed his brother, but reasons it was probably the rogues. He now has very little kin left in the clan, only Lavenderbelly and Leapstar remain, though he knows he was very lucky to have kin in the clan at all. And yes, I think that Leapstar is Spotstripe and Honeychase's aunt, since she looks very similar to Honeychase. He also lost his tail to a dog. Luckily Lavenderbelly was there to support him, and together they buried his tail. Sneezesting has just continued being my favorite character this year. I always like characters with big funny personalities, and Sneezesting fits that description perfectly. Even with all the grim events this year, Sneezesting's thoughts always lightened the mood. Sneezesting is now 38 moons old and was the comic relief that Twoclan desperately needed this year. Rice is now 28 moons old and had a relaxed year. He didn't do anything with either of his crushes, even though Lavenderbelly was ready to return his love. Other than that, he has adjusted very well to clan life and makes a great warrior. He also trained an apprentice this year. To everyone's surprise, Leapstar made Rice Gullpaw's mentor. The two made a really good match, unlike Spotstripe and Yellowpaw, and they are close friends still. Frost Daisy is a young warrior and now 22 moons old. After the clan lost Junkofuss, Frost Daisy offered to help Frontclaw gather herbs. He helped cheer her up multiple times and helped her get over her loss. Frost Daisy now realizes that life can be really short and that he should make most of it while he can and with the people he still has. Quill had an eventful year. When he was still a kid he was looking at some cardinal feathers when an osprey tried to snatch him out of camp. Jellyby acted quickly and Gullkid survived, but now he has scars and feathers in his tail to remember that day. The loss of his mother and his littermates left him devastated, but he is doing better than his mother, Coyote Stone. After the experiences of last year, Quill has grown to be a careful warrior. The young Tom is now 16 moons old and he really deserves a rest. Then we get to Iceburst. Iceburst is a new addition to the clan and he is already in some hot waters. During his first patrol he accidentally hunted in Dart Clan's territory, and only 2 months after he joined Twoclan, he brought a single kid to camp. He refused to say anything about Setter Kid's origins, so it's probably safe to assume he flirted with the Dart Clan cats that first patrol. Iceburst is 73 moons old and adventurous. Setter Kid is now 1 moon old and charming. Despite her half-clan origins, Twoclan loves the little kid, and patrols often bring back a little present for her. Little Claw is the first elder of Twoclan. He retired early this year and has been spending his days relaxing and telling younger cats about his time at sea. I doubt that the younger cats believe he ever lived on a boat, or whatever that is, but they like his company. He has mostly done elder things this year, nothing really interesting. He's now 130 moons old. So that was year 3 of Twoclan. It has been a rough year with a lot of losses, but the clan is still standing strong. In a few weeks we will see how year 4 is going. Until then,